Well, first of all, I want to just thank all the fans that came out. An early game, 5:30 the day before Thanksgiving. A lot's going on with shopping and families and this and that. And I'm really appreciative of the people that came out. I thought we had a nice crowd. The people that came were enthusiastic and really helped us in the game, so thank you. Number two, we're really pleased with this win. It obviously didn't kind of finish like we wanted to in the last 20 minutes, which I'll talk about here in a second, but the bottom line is we had so much respect for Wofford. This is a team that's going to compete for the NCAA tournament. They've been 4 times in the last 7 years. They're well coached, and we got a firsthand look at that in the second half when they started executing. So above all, we're just happy to win this game against a good team that we respect. And then with that in the second half, I didn't think it was necessarily us playing bad. Let's give the other guy credit. One of the things I've really had a hard time with my whole life since I was a little kid listening to coaches and athletes is like when you play bad, you don't ever give the other guy credit. And what was going on out there in the last 20 minutes is Wofford was playing good. They're hard to guard. Their kids never stopped playing. They basically weren't playing the scoreboard, and I thought our guys did play the scoreboard a little bit. And ultimately, that's a reflection of me, their coach, and our players. So we'll get better at that. But above all, we have a lot of respect for Wofford, and we're thrilled for the victory. I think we saw a glimpse of what Jarrett Culver can be tonight. A special young player, and a lot of learning lessons for him out there tonight too. We're going to enjoy watching that tape together after we eat some turkey tomorrow. And then probably a highlight of tonight, and I knew this was coming. I've been praying for a day like this to sit here at this table with Norn to my right, all the adversity he's been through with the injuries, but he's finally starting to come back. He almost has a double-double tonight in 20 minutes of playing time. So I'm just thankful for, again, everybody that helped Norn get back, the team doctors, the trainer, the teammates, the coaches. But it was a personal highlight of mine, watching No get comfortable out there tonight and almost have a double-double. Okay, questions?
We'll start with Carlos in the front.
Coach, during that run, how impressed were you with the defense and more especially just kind of keeping Fletcher McGee just really kind of working for all his shots there?
Well, I thought Naeem Stevenson did a great job starting us off in the game. He set the tone defensively. McGee's a great player. And I thought Naeem was really dialed in, limited some of his touches, contested shots, but yet was disciplined not to foul. So I give Naeem a lot of credit getting us started. And then I think the next guy, Brandon and Justin, different guys got a crack at him. So I thought the defense set the tone tonight.
You also feel like rebounding really helped you as well, just kind of ending those offensive possessions for Wofford and then kind of got you guys going as well?
Offensive rebounding?
The defensive rebounds for y'all. Just kind of end their offensive possessions.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the most important part of any defense is rebounding. Kind of sounds elementary, but Coach Adams, best defensive coach I've ever been around, always says that. And it doesn't matter if you play zone or gaps or denial or press. You can play great defense, but if you don't get the ball off the rim, it doesn't matter. So it's something we've really tried to get better at. We're really trying to become a better rebounding team this year. It's something we emphasize in practice. We obviously recruited and got Norrance back and Tommy back. So I think we have better bodies to rebound this year. And also, we're trying to coach it better.
We'll go to Phil back then.
Coach, I talked to Coach Adams before the game. He felt like this was a trap game because of how good Wofford can be. And you could expect a letdown after the 2 great victories, but you guys didn't. You came out and really took it to them.
Well, first we got to consider the source, Mark Adams. This guy's been positive about 2% of the day, and then 98. He's always worried, and so it doesn't surprise me that Mark Adams thinks every game's a trap game. At Little Rock one time we were up like 52 with 3 minutes left, and Adams is begging me to get the starters back in because he doesn't like the guy's body language. So that's Mark Adams. But that's what makes Mark Adams elite. He's not wired like a lot of people. He's special. And we're trying to get our guys to kind of understand that too. But I didn't think it was a trap game. I thought it was a good game against a team that could come in here and beat us. I mean, let's talk about Wofford again. NCAA tournament's tradition, good players, and a great coach. And so the fact that they didn't quit in the second half didn't surprise me at all. It just more solidified my opinion of them and their coach.
We'll go to Joe over down the left.
Coach, second half offensively, you had 50 in the first half, 29 in the second, shot 57 in the first half, 37 in the second half. Obviously you're going to give credit to Wofford on that as well, but anything else going on there?
Yeah, I think our energy, I thought we were more energetic in the first half. I thought we were more aggressive. It's one of the hardest things to do in sports is when you're trying to maintain a lead. We see it in football all the time, right? The prevent, basketball is really the same way. You don't want to come down and take quick shots. You want to, and so I think from a coaching standpoint, probably didn't put our guys in the best situation in the second half. If I had to do it over again, I'd been a lot more aggressive in the first 4 or 5 minutes, some of the things we were calling. But that'd be a question for the players. I'd like for you to ask that because I want to know, because I ask them, they just kind of stare at me sometimes. But from where I was sitting, I thought we could have been a lot more energetic in the second half than we were the first. But again, give Wofford credit. There's a reason why we didn't play as well as we wanted to in the second half, and that's good players and a good coach that didn't quit.
Go all the way back to the camera.
Coach, you mentioned Culver earlier, but when you see him go, 8 for 16, 21 points in just 20 minutes, are even you a little surprised to see him have such an efficient night so early in his career?
No, not surprised with these freshmen. That's why we recruited them. I really believe in their talent. And another thing I really believe in is their work ethic. Like Culver said it himself. He's looking forward to tomorrow to watch the film to see the things that he could have done better. I mean, he's wired different. Z and Morrow and Malik and all these guys are the same way. And so nothing surprises me that Jarrett Culver does. He's got a chance to be special.
We'll go back to Joe, second row on the left.
Morrow, no turnovers tonight. I thought maybe ball security had been a little bit of an issue with him tonight, but he was pretty clean tonight.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Morrow's got a great assist to turnover on the season. He had one turnover the last game where he drove into traffic, but he's the guy that we trust to take care of the ball. Tonight was another day at the office for Morrow. He shot the ball with confidence tonight. He ran the team well. Last possession of the first half, Wofford goes to zone. And when you got a freshman point guard out there, you're kind of worried. But before I could even get to it, Morrow had the guys set up, and we had a high-level possession. I think he threw it to Naeem, and Naeem threw it to Z. And then Z threw it to Culver in the corner. So I thought Morrow played great tonight.
Go to Jeff on the front row.
What are some of the things that you're going to talk with Jarrett about tomorrow that he needs to work on from this game?
Well, just like all our players, just attention to detail. Executing the scout report regardless of what's going on the scoreboard, reading the defense, all the little things that matter, not missing a block out and things like this. But I thought Jarrett played great tonight. He was very, very aggressive. Just like he was in our Boston College game. He was really the best player on the floor the first 5 or 6 minutes of that game to help us get started. So Jarrett's been playing great.
You mentioned Norn early in your opening statement, but he's going to be a big key for you guys. How close do you think he is to being full basketball shape all the way through?
I don't think he's there yet, which is the kind of exciting thing for us. I think a lot of it is just experience. It's one thing to get in that weight room and to do individual workouts and even to practice. But it's another thing when the lights come on and you're in a Division I game, you're moving around, and so he's starting to get back. I ask Norn all the time. Probably the main question I've asked him this year is, "Are you feeling comfortable yet?" And Norn's a truth teller. He's not a guy that tells you what you want to hear, but he's gradually telling me, "Yeah, I'm starting to get kind of my legs back under me." And I thought he played great. He's been a great teammate. He's been really productive in Tommy's development. He's almost helping Tommy play at a different level too. So. Look, Norrance is a great player and even a better person. We're fortunate to have him here, and I'm glad I'm his coach.
Back to Carl.
Early on, did you kind of like the ball movement that y'all had? It obviously gave Culver a couple threes and some other guys as well.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought the ball was not sticking at all in the first half. We were moving it. We were making a lot of unselfish plays. I thought in the second half that might have been another thing. The ball seemed to be sticking a little bit more. But again, that's not necessarily selfishness. Sometimes that's just guys wanting to make a play and wanting to help the team so bad. So there's a real trust level in fluid basketball. You got to trust your teammate, trust the offense, trust the process, let the ball move. In my time, the Spurs have probably been the best at it with don't let the ball stick. It's a 1 second rule, and now in my generation, we're watching the Warriors where they move the ball and stuff. And that's kind of the way we want to play as well. I think Coach Knight deserves a lot of credit for that kind of way that basketball started, where you move the ball and you share it. And when we do it like we did in the first half, we're pretty good. In the second half, the ball was sticking too much.
Got time for a couple more.
I was just going to ask, do you have an update on Hiron? He hasn't played so far. Do you know update on his protocol?
Yeah, still the concussion that he got when practice started, and he's gradually getting better, but not good enough yet to get back on the floor. So thanks for asking. We miss Hiron. We need him back. As my daughters are here today, they always tell me I'm too negative on Mark Adams. Did you think that I was negative there? So let me say again, some positive here. Mark Adams, beautiful family, Abby and Luke, wife Jennifer, an elite coach, a decent tennis player, an average dresser, but a really, really good person, Mark Adams.